two tracking stations are on a north-south line, 202 miles apart. Well, I'm going to stop there and I'm just going to add this to the graph. So I have a north-south line and there's two tracking stations. I'll call one number 1, the other I'll say number 2. A weather balloon is located on a bearing of south 27 east from the northern station. You know what they're calling them, north and south. Let's just do it that way. We'll call this north, the north station. This is the south station. So there's a weather balloon somewhere out here. Just going to draw a little weather balloon. There's our weather balloon. It says it's on a bearing of south 27 degrees east from the northern station. So I'm going to do this one in red. It says south, so I'm pointing south, and then I go 27 to the east. So something like maybe that. So that's south 27. I need to put my balloon there. So we have at this moment south 27 degrees, that's to the east, and on a bearing of south 52 east. So this one is actually also going to go south 52. So I need to actually change my drawing big time because they both have to look south. So this one, I'm going to just extend this line. I said that was 27, so I'm going to stick with it. This happens to be a different one, so I'll do this in blue. This one is south, and then it says 52 degrees. So, and I'm going to add this down here. So this would be further south, and I'll change this to have all my colors alike. Okay, so this is my south station here, and this is, that would resemble south, but this is 52 degrees. Now, how far is a balloon from the northern station? So I'm saying how far is this value there? That's what I'm going to try to find. And I'm not going to label it as an X or a Y or an H because all I simply have is a Y. I don't really have an X. This would be the longest side, so we could call it an H, but I'm going to just do it this way. So if these are what I have, how can I go about solving it? Well, the question is, do we have a completed set? This is not a right triangle, so I cannot use psi y, cos x, tangent is y over x. But if I have a completed set, I can solve. I forgot to put on there, these are 202 miles apart. So do I have a completed set? Let's see, I have this angle, and I have this one. I can find that angle right there. We can say that this angle right there, this angle would be 180 minus 52. So what is 180? Because that would make a straight line. Minus 52. I'm getting 128 degrees. Now if that's the case, we now can find this angle. Because we have 128 and we have 27. So every triangle has 180. So if I have 180 and I subtract the 128, we're left with that same 52, which is the math backwards. Then I need to subtract this 27 from it. So I subtract that 27, and I should be left with 25. So this angle right there is 25 degrees. So now, do I have a completed set? I do. If you have a completed set, we use the law of sines. So we'll say that sine of 27 degrees, and what's its set? It's this side away from it, which is 202. Will equal, now if I want to find this one, I'm going to use this angle, sine of 128 over some unknown. And we'll do butterfly method here. Multiply and divide. So 202 sine of 128 will equal some value times sine of 27 degrees. The only step we'll have to do is divide by that sine of 27. So I'll type that into the calculator and see what we come up with. This degree symbols, where those are going to cancel out, and so we'll see what our side length will be. So I have a fraction of 202 times the sine of 128 degrees divided by the sine of, was it 25? I put 27, but I need to have, I put the wrong angle there. This is 25 degrees. I am so sorry for this. 25 is across from the 202, so I have a wrong value here. This needs to be a 25 there, which will make this a 25, this a 25, and this a 25. Let me change these real quick here. I'm so sorry about that. Let's see. 25, 25, and 25. Let's check this again. Completed set should have 25 away from 202, 128 away from the unknown. Cross multiply 25 times the unknown, 202 times 128, and we divide by 25. Okay, so now let's go back to the calculator. This was supposed to be 25 here. And so we type that in, press enter. It says it's 376.6476. So 376. Let's see what we're supposed to round to. How far is the Northern States surrounding your answer to the nearest mile? The answer would be 377 miles.